Hey, guys, you are listening to Brandy Denny's on the podcast, my podcast called I'm Not Crazy. Dot, 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 dot. It's only three dots. That was way too many dots. I hope y'all are having a good time because I'm having such a good day. I'm just having such a good day. It's a good day. Okay, guys. Hey, I have a special guest in the audience. I love this dumbass hoe. Yo, check it out. I got comedian extraordinaire Chaunte Wayans joining me today. She's so fantabulous. Honestly, I think I met Chaunte via email like maybe 2 years ago, and then finally she saw me perform, and she was like, "Okay, I guess you funny," and then she just like started inviting me places, and she's just like super dope. Chaunte is really cool. She has a special dropping in August on Netflix. I saw her run it. She's amazing. I'm excited to see it on Netflix so I could be like, I know that hoe. Like, it's going to be a lot of fun. Like, no, Shantae's super cool. She's just like one of those people that, like, I didn't feel like I had to run her through the ringer to see if I fucked with her, because I do that with a lot of people. Like, for me, creating friendships is a lot like dating. Like, even with females, like, I'll hang out with you one or two times. If I don't feel the vibe, it's just like, I'm going to ghost you as a friend. I'm going to ghost you. But I didn't feel that with Shantae. It's just like, I don't know, she's just so real. It's just like, oh, this bitch is not fake. It's just like, she just way too real. Like, literally, Shantae called me last week, and I answered the phone, and I was like, hello, and she was like, never mind, bitch. And I was like, hello, 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 hello. Like, it's just too authentic. It's so great. So it's fun. So I'm happy she's here today to tell me one of her crazy stories. Would you like to say anything?
Nah, just that was probably the best compliment I've ever gotten. Ever. I freaking love you. You are hilarious.
Thank you.
And I am so glad I got to meet you via email.
Via email. Yeah.
Because even when I saw your writing, I was like, I thought you were hilarious.
Thank you.
We were trying to sell a show and put you on and stuff like that, and then I saw you hit that stage. I was like, this bitch.
This bitch.
This
That's
bitch.
like the best compliment for me when I get off stage and people be like, "This
Yeah,
bitch."
yeah,
I'll be like,
yeah.
"I'm that
No.
bitch."
every time we do a show, man, it never fails. It's like, it's a great compliment to have you on stage with me.
Thank
Mhm.
you. Her eye contact is real serious right now while she says that, so I
Like, you
believe
know what
it.
I'm saying?
Oh my
Been
gosh.
trying to get Brandy
She
down, since via email, but she keep talking about dick and stuff in front of me. Like, let me
Okay.
let you know.
Oh my good. Okay, so Shantae is out of the closet lesbian. Just in case she tells you her story and you be like, "Huh, what? What's going on?"
Yeah,
Um,
that's probably why we get along so much too. Because I'm like the dude, but you could talk about your female issues. I just stop you at a certain point.
you know what? I'm trying to. I don't have any lesbian friends that are like more.
Steeds.
Yeah, because a couple of lesbian females that I do know are like female gay, and like I had to cut them bitches off because they come with a lot of fucking
Yeah.
drama. It's just like, oh my god,
Mm.
like even in the friendship. And okay, if you're a feminine gay woman, don't be offended because you. If you wasn't my friend, then you shouldn't be offended. If you was my friend, then you have every right to be offended because I'm probably talking about you. But like in those situations, I feel like they get possessive in a relationshipy type of way, but it's like we're not romantically involved.
Mm-mm. It's just.
Like it's a friendship. Like, why did you go do this without me? And why did you do
Oh
that? And
yeah.
I'm just like, yo, I'm not fucking you.
I think that's females in general though.
I'm not like that with my friends. Maybe it's because I'm a comedian and I'm used to doing shit alone.
Yeah, but you're a different type of female. Like
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
do pee when I stand up. So, yeah.
you.
Go and brush your shoulders off. Go and shake your pussy off. You know, we out here.
You are a different type of female, so I think
Codependency is a real fucking issue.
yeah, it is. I don't know. Dating women has made me understand a male's point of view in a lot of ways,
Okay.
and it's
And
it's made me check myself. It's made me like, sometimes even being in a female relationship or when I'm around guys and I start getting emotional, all those things made me go, okay,
mm-hmm.
you need to wait a few days until this passes
Mm-hmm.
and then come back with your true feelings.
That's so good because I'm just learning that.
Yeah.
Because I was always an impulse person, and now I'm just like, you know what? I could really take a nap and feel completely different. I just need a
Yeah.
nap.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
having a temper tantrum
You,
right
you
now.
need a
I
nap,
just
you need
need
to
a
eat,
nap
you
and a
need
snack, and usually
That's-
I'm okay.
yeah. You gotta let it pass because if you just go right then and there,
You'll fuck everything up.
you'll mess everything up. Yeah.
Um, So let me just ask you. I don't think I've ever asked you this. You don't have to answer. Have you ever dated men?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, up until what point?
I dated dudes until I was probably like 20. Like when I moved to Cali, it was like in 2001, and I think I tried. I was like, I just came out the closet, and I still tried because I was like going to Kingdom Hall. So me dating men,
The Kingdom Hall is
yeah,
Jehovah's
Jehovah's
Witnesses.
Witness. Me dating men was about feeling bad for what I was doing.
Okay. Okay.
And even sexually and stuff like that, it was always just to please them, but it was never really anything. Like I used to get a lot of head from dudes. Like I was a hoe with getting head, but I didn't. The penetration and stuff was a whole other thing. But yeah, I dated. I have a dude that I was last with, and I love him to death. I still talk to him to this day, and you know what I mean. Like I'll be around him in my hoodie and my
Do guys that you
baggy
ever
jeans.
dated ever like come at you like, dang, I turned you gay?
Nah.
Nobody ever said that?
No, because I dressed like this when I was dating him.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
what made me like, especially with him. Like I'll go back home and be like this, and like he'll chill by me still. Like back in the day, we'll sit back on the couch and watch, TV or whatever. But it's just hilarious, like. But Jersey and New York dudes don't really care what you dress like anyway. They
That's
know.
why I need one of them. But yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, you take off your clothes, they know you still got
Right.
a pussy and some titties. That's all they care about.
Okay.
Is it real?
Is it real? They don't give a fuck about if it's real in LA.
They don't care.
Tuck it, hide it, push it to the side, long as that ass is fat.
I mean, a lot of these transitions are looking mighty scrumptious right now.
I be jealous as fuck. Like, damn, Jesus.
It's definitely making women feel very insecure. Like,
Yeah. I know. I just got to look at myself in the mirror and be like, bitch, you funny, though. But you funny, though. Okay, so let's get into it. So the basis of the show for first-time listeners is basically, I'm not crazy, ... So this show's about times that my guests have themselves or either had a partner where they were so in love or so much passion that it led them to fits of rage, restraining orders, car wrecks, driving into planes, whatever, breaking into bathroom stalls, breaking into glass homes, I don't know, bleaching clothes, anything. Like, so, Chaunte, let me start. Who took it there? Was it you or was it her?
it was definitely her.
Okay, she took it there.
I try not to. I try to sit back or like leave and stuff like that. And I used to go to this girl house, Virgo. I used to go to
I'm
her
a
house.
Virgo. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I'll
you
see if
definitely
I-
crazy. You need to change your title
I
because you are definitely. Y'all think too much.
I
Think-
overthink everything, but I'm honing in. I'm just stepping back from everything. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm just
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
touching
yeah.
anything anymore.
She didn't do that.
Okay.
She didn't do that.
I'm very hands off now.
She was one of those people. I was staying with my cousin at the time.
She thinks too much.
For sure. I was staying with my cousin at the time, and I remember us getting into an argument, and she kicked me. She wanted to kick me out her place. So she kicks me out her place.
Y'all got into an argument. She wants to kick you out. That seems fair.
I'm not done. She put all my stuff in the car and all this stuff, and then we're driving home, and she like, I should kill you right now. Or kill us right now. She tried to like swerve into a tree. Yeah,
you skipping. This not a set.
Okay,
You got more than 10 minutes to get through this because I have so many questions just with that first beginning. We got into an argument. She kicks me out. What the fuck was y'all arguing about to make a bitch pack all your shit up neatly?
Listen,
that's a very Virgo thing to do.
And the stocking cap that she had on, and trying to be sexy. It's very hard to.
So you told her
do certain things. I didn't tell her she wasn't sexy. It just was, how when women argue with me, I get silent. I think men do too.
They do.
I can only say sorry, but maybe twice, and then after that, you gonna think what you want to think anyway. So whatever, I don't even remember what the huge thing, whatever it was, but it was something
about the stocking cap.
It was something about the stocking cap, and then her thinking I was doing something.
Okay.
And I'm like, is it because you saw yourself with this stocking cap on, and then came in there and just spazzed on me?
Oh my God. Because she was like, I know you out here fucking these hoes. And you was like, I'm not fucking these hoes. And then she caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror and was like, she definitely fucking these hoes.
That's pretty much
Look at
what it
this
felt
stocking
like.
cap. I will fuck these hoes too. Like, what?
Yo, she was like Cinderella. She would like borrow, her sister's outfit and like she get her wig on and all that stuff. And none of that really matters. But it is very true. I want to be able to have sex with you and then look at you and want to stare at you and think nice thoughts.
Oh my!
I don't want to have sex with you and then
like,
look at a different
where your
person.
wig at, bitch?
Right. I'll be like sitting there like while I'm holding her like this, trying to put the wig like on her as she sleeps.
Like it's a baseball cap.
Like just trying to fix it on. Just put this wig on. And she, she like I said, she was Cinderella. She would look bad as hell. Went out, had a fat ass, all that stuff. I love ass. And then she would come home and you just
take it all off.
Take it all off. Take it all off. And so anyway, she had that insecure thing. And she was like doing modeling and, stuff like that. But she was just very insecure. And we would get into these arguments, and that was one. And she was like, fuck it. It's over. I'm breaking up with you. But she didn't like me not responding to that. She didn't like, me being like, all right.
Right.
Well,
I think this is the best too.
Yeah, for sure. Like you damn near got a knife up to me. Like I'm for sure ready to leave.
I'm okay with this. She was like, what the fuck am
what do you mean? You don't want to get
fight for me and my stocking cap? She was like, hated it.
Yeah, we get in the car. She got all my shit just in the trunk. And we drive in. I'm not talking.
That's a very polite thing of her to do, too.
What? No, she wanted... Listen, she's the type of person that want to kick you out but want to see where you going. So she if I would have took that and called somebody to come get me, she would have been waiting outside to see
who picked you up.
Who was picking me up. And then she probably would have gotten in the car.
And followed you.
And in the car that I'm getting in to make sure the person was dropping me off and leaving it and be like, take me back. Both of us back. Right. Because that's how she was. We would argue. She would kick me out, get to the crib, my cousin's house, and then she would want me to come back with her. So it was that whole thing. And it escalated. She tried to threaten me with the run into the tree. Like, I'll kill us both. And I was like trying to open up the door. Like, I will get out. She's like, you trying to survive? And it was like, yo.
You trying to survive?
The whole way from Inglewood to Melrose, this is just us like, like, yo, calm down. Like, what do I have to do?
What time was it?
It was late at night.
Wow.
My cousin was out of town. So she drops me off, throws my clothes out on a lawn. I go inside the house. She follows me in the house. And I'm like, yo, mind you, my cousin doesn't know, like, I'm having company, anything like that. She come in the house, and I remember just having my favorite shirt on. And she come in the house, and I'm like, yo, you said it was over. It's fucking over. And she just swung on me. just swung on me.
She was like, when you said it's over, it's fucking over. She was like, ding, ding.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah, that was like in this corner.
Right.
The big titties.
And the stocking cap going against Chaunte Wayans in her favorite shirt.
Yo.
That bitch heard ding, ding.
She punched. I was like, yo, I would never mess with an Inglewood chick again. Like, she was hood. And she was like, one of those chicks. And so she punched me. My nose is bleeding all over my favorite shirt. It's getting on my cousin's couch. And she just welling on me. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know.
You sitting there like, can you please just put your wig back on? You even look ugly beating me up.
Yo, that's literally like, it's so crazy, yo. But so here's where it got really crazy. I'm like, you need to leave. I'm going to call the cops. I need you to leave. So I wind up calling the cops, which I know is like some snitch shit to do.
No, fuck that. This girl beat you. She's a girl.
At my cousin's house, right? So this is the funny thing. You know how, so you got your door, right? You got the door to the house, and then you got the screen door. It's like that over there. So I call the cops. She goes outside, but she won't leave. She's standing in front of the door.
Did she know you called the cops?
Locked. Yeah, I said, yo, you need to leave. The cops are coming. You need to get out of here. She's like, no, fuck that. I need to make sure you okay. You all right? Yo, so now she don't want to leave because she needs to know that I'm not going to pass out or something. And I'm like, please.
Now she's
leave.
concerned.
Now she's concerned, but still yelling at me. And she's like, I really, like, I'm not leaving. No, are you all right? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, please go. You're going to get arrested. Blah, blah, blah. She wouldn't leave. The cops came. She got arrested. And her whole family hated me. Like, they was mad that I sent her to jail. It was like, that ain't no hood shit to do in our community and boo, boo. But I was like, I told her to leave.
That's crazy.
And we got back together after all that.
How much time did it take?
It was probably when she got out of jail. She like checked
She
on me.
She went to jail.
Yeah, but like for a day or two.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she went to jail. She had evidence on her knuckles.
And you were like, that's her right there.
No, I didn't even. I literally, I walked outside to talk to the cops, and she was just in the back seat, like with the stocking cap on.
Oh my god!
Just,
somebody hand me my wig. I gotta take a mug shot with my stocking cap.
I want to find that mugshot.
Oh my god!
I want to find it. I'm gonna look it up. Do I remember her last name?
Damn. So like before y'all got physically abusive, how long had y'all been dating? Before you got into a domestic violence relationship, how long had y'all
abused? I think we were together. We had to be together maybe like more than 6 months, maybe 6 to a year.
Okay.
But we was together for a minute, good 3 years.
And then after you were together for even longer.
Just for a little bit longer. I think we broke up when we went on a double date, and then I saw this badass chick with this stud, and you know I was a little thought back in the day, but then that became my like, I want that, and yeah, slowly but surely it just was like, let me ease on that. I used to like try to push her to cheat, like try to find studs to put in her way. DMs, right? We didn't have DMs back then, but
blocker.
Yeah, try to put.
She wasn't biting.
Nah, she probably did her thing, but it was like, how can I catch her so I could be like.
That's so crazy to have to do all that to leave a relationship.
How do you leave somebody who kick you out and make you and stay outside your screen after they bust your nose?
Well, you call the police, and when they get out of jail, you don't go pick them up and take them back.
I didn't pick her up. She came back over with her wig on to talk about it, and you know.
Damn.
Here's the crazy thing. I understand. I've never been a certain type of person. I never really meant to like go crazy, and I was dating this Hawaiian Filipino chick after this girl, and that chick rocked my world. I met her through her being in a relationship and the girl not treating her right. So we used to talk on the phone and stuff like that. Basically, I wind up finding out that she was doing that to me with somebody else, and I met the girl. So the girl was like super young. So
and she's
stuff
a
like
habitual phone talker teller.
A phone talker teller that winds up cheating on you.
Okay.
Yeah, moving on. So she gave me like an ultimatum, but she was so young that I felt like she still needed to experience life. But she gave me the ultimatum, like, do you really want this, or, you know, whatever. And I was kind of dibble and dabbling because she did it. And so I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to give her my all. But I literally had my all into her. I just was scared. So I say that to say my baby mama, who was related to her, she became my best friend. And I remember coming to her hotel. I went to go meet her. We go to a comedy show out in like Ontario. And my ex is in the same hotel with her new chick. And so I found out which car she had, and I wound up keying the girl car.
Oh my god!
Because I was trying, like, this is like ratchet. I became that girl, but it was because like I was knocking on the hotel room. I wanted her to open the door so I could find her.
The room they were in.
And the room they were in. We were playing like Ding Dong Ditch. My baby mama was filming it, but I would like ring the bell, be like Ding Dong, wait for somebody to open it so I could just swing. And she would not come outside. And then I was like, fuck that. So I keyed her car. And she found out later, but she never did anything. Yeah.
So you got it in you too. And what's your sign?
I'm a
Cancer?
Gemini. No, I'm a Gemini.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Gemini's crazy as fuck.
That's not true at all.
I dated one for almost 3 years. That was my longest relationship, and he was definitely crazy. You know how many times that nigga threw my shit? Let me tell you this. People will bring it out of you if you want to. I remember one time we was arguing, and I don't know what came over me, but he was walking across the living room in front of the TV, and I had a hot bowl of like Campbell's soup in my hand, and I fucking threw that whole bowl of soup at him
Because he walked across the
because
street.
we were arguing, and he was doing so. A long time we didn't last,
Listen to
but
Crazy try to make sense.
I don't know, and I just remember him ducking, and I just remember being soup all over the wall, and I just remember like, who the fuck gonna clean this up now? Like, I just remember thinking that, but this is the type of shit that he would do. He would get mad at me, mind you. We split the rent evenly. He got mad at me one time and threw all my shit in the hallway, and I think I had just gotten out the shower or something. I'm like, what are you doing? He put me in the hallway with my shit, and I was naked. I had on like a pair of underwear and no shirt. He locked me out the apartment with my clothes.
You threw hot soup on him.
I don't remember if
and
this
probably
happened.
had hot sauce in there,
I
so if
don't
it got in his
remember.
eye.
I don't remember if this was the same day or not, but like I remember him putting me out in the hallway, locking me out with my clothes, and I ain't have on no clothes. And we never got physical, but we were tit for tat. So it was like, soon as he let me in, I pretended everything was cool. We cool, everything good. I forgive you. Soon as that motherfucker left, I took his fucking Converses and a pair of his Levi's, and I dropped it right down the garbage chute. And I remember every time he would make me mad, I would just go get something he liked and throw it down the garbage chute. I wouldn't even say nothing. He'd be like, have you seen my black Converses? I ain't seen them. I'd be like, you should look on the top shelf in the closet because I can't reach up there. I can't see up there, so I don't know. But I would be throwing away all his shit. Just in case you listening to this, all your shit that went missing, I throwing it away. I wasn't even arguing with you no more. I was just like,
sue her. Get your
best
shit
revenge
back.
is to throw his shit away.
Get your shit back. Get your shit. But see, women, I think women don't understand that the more you think that the craziness is doing something for the relationship, the more it's like backing away. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
No, I mean, at the age of
not helping.
32, I now know that.
No, but even 32, I have an ex of mine.
Well, I'm saying for me, but I know it's a lot of people who older than 32 who don't know
who
that.
still go crazy.
And it's not even you really have to. It's no type of age limit on it. Some people really have personality flaws within themselves that you yourself have to waken up and realize. And you could be in 10 bad relationships and you could still not know that it's you acting insecure, you acting crazy, you being possessive, because people don't even want to open up that third eye to even see that that's them. They just keep saying, I keep meeting dirty bitches. I keep meeting bad bitches with skull caps. Like, they just keep thinking that, but really, like, I really believe that you attract whatever vibrational level you're at, that's what you're going to attract. I attracted a man who threw my shit in the hallway because I was throwing his shit down the garbage thing. We was on it. We was on it together. And I accept that, and I realize that that's not the vibrations I want to put out anymore. But you attract the vibrations that you bring in, because when you're vibrating higher, when those people come to you with that, even like this yappity yap, or even coming to you in a disrespectful way that maybe even makes you think that they might be physical with you, you're gonna shut that shit down. It don't matter how they look. It don't matter. Their vibration is a turn off.
Do you think part of it is like that intense sex? Because I
think that's like the one clause to attract them people, because you could be vibrating.
I'm talking about crazy. Like I'm saying, like.
Do you think the intense sex makes you crazy? I think intense sex lets you get away with being crazy.
No, there's like this feeling.
No, I think so.
I have an ex of mine that when we lived in Jersey, she literally, you know Jersey and New York, right? Mm-hmm. So Jersey, you got to take a train to get to New York and whatever. From the house to, I was going to do an open mic in New York. From the house to the open mic in New York, she followed me and argued with me the entire time. When we got off the New York subway, I said, yo, I'm going to pay for you to go back home. She's like, no, fuck that. I'm coming. I said, yo, I need you to go home. She still followed me. I went and signed up, and then I was like, fuck this, I'm going to leave. And I was like, no, you're not going to, mess up my career. She, as soon as we came back to the comedy spot, another swinger, but we fought in front of 2 dude security guards, and they just watching us like this shit is the hottest thing. And I'm sitting here, like, trying not to hit her, because when I swing, I'm trying to knock you out. We fought. And I still went upstairs and did a set, and I was talking about what just happened, and she was in the audience like, yeah, I'm that bitch. My God. But our sex level is so intense. Was so intense. And I said is because even if I see her to this day, there's a there's this chemistry of like she'll pee on me. Like if there's any chicks around, she'll be like, "Y'all, that's my ex." Like just to make sure nobody fuck with me.
I think that sometimes like sex can interfere with your logical, rational thoughts. And that's why you can't just be letting these hoes dick you down like that, Chaunte.
Dick
That's
me down,
really
nah. You crazy as hell. I'm the dicker. I am the dicker. They are the dickies. Never let, but they sure do ride it like it's a real thing.
Really?
Whoo, boy, women are so amazing. Y'all are so amazing, man. So amazing.
Oh my God.
When a chick can make you feel like something fake is real.
Yo, I saw I saw this fucking meme that said that like it was a meme where it was a lesbian with a strap on, and it was like something about women be sucking on this and moaning, and that shit was just so funny to me because they really do.
It does. The Hawaiian chick I'm talking about, I remember like coming home and she grabbed my strap and put it on me, and then like started sucking it. But it's the way you do it. You know, it's like it's. People don't know, like people are like, why wouldn't you just want the real thing? Like you can, how could you feel it and stuff like that? But the way the strap is made, it's like rubbing on your clit.
Okay.
So it's like if you body rocking a pillow or a sheet or something like that, it's like the same concept. So depending on the way the girl moves, she's getting penetrated, but it's also rubbing on your shit, like you getting jerked off.
That makes so much sense. I thought maybe that was a part of it, but I've never looked at the intricacies of a strap on.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And maybe because I'm mental, that's the Gemini in me. I'm very mental, and so if you can conquer that, then it's over.
You know, and I don't know if you probably don't know anything about this, but like, so there's this thing that I heard that like, and I didn't hear it till I moved out here, but men are into strap on, like pegging. Is that
what's pegging?
You didn't know either? Somebody told me this like a year ago. Like it's like. A girl out here told me that a guy, I think he might have been in the NFL, asked her if she was into pegging. And, like, that's when a woman straps up and fucks him.
He's gay.
You think so?
I think...
You don't think a man could want to be penetrated and be still straight if he wants to be penetrated by his woman?
First of all, I think that would change my entire perception about you. You would be bitch made.
What if he wants her finger in his ass? Is that still gay too?
I just think you got to run out of all other possibilities to be like, could you put a dick in my ass?
Yeah, even if it's a fake one, that is.
But this is what it is. It's like imagine it's like you say you straight and you like, man, I'm attracted to studs, but I don't want to be a lesbian. Like I don't want the world to know that. So you're like fighting against your true identity, but you're gonna find a dude who looks super like a pretty boy. You want to find a nigga that's like doing his hair and it's straight and he, wear makeup and shit. So you're looking for the thing that
it's like
you
a cover
get.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they can't ever be like, nigga, you gay. You be like, she got titties and a vagina.
Look at this man.
Right.
He has a dick.
He has a dick.
Yeah, he has an eyeliner, but he has a dick. Like, no, I get it.
It's a weird, and listen, people are kinky and they, they do certain types of things, and I get that. But I really think you have to exhaust all possibilities.
Yeah, because, I mean.
And it's nothing wrong with it. If you're a freak, you're a freak.
If you're a freak, you're a freak.
I don't really like penetration, but if the sex is, like, amazing, like, I don't like certain things, but if the sex is amazing, it'll bring me to, like give me your hand. But it has to be some off the wall shit.
Right. You lucky bitch. Give me your hand. So I think that the sex can create an environment where you allow more toxicity to be there, because it's just like, and honestly too, like, man, some of the best sex be when you just be like, you fucking get on my nerves, but like, oh man, bring that ass here, boy.
Right.
So that is some of the best sex. But I also think that too, like once you're vibrating at that higher level, even that's not a turn on no more. Because I'm going into a couple of months of no sex, and I just came to the conclusion that, like, I really don't want nobody else's dick in me unless they love me. Like, I don't want no unloved dick inside of me. Like, I'm fine with that. I don't want no. Because it's just like, I'm just like, damn, my body's like dope. I'm amazing. I got some good ass, like really good, like, I'm good at stuff. And so I forgot that people listen, like, family might listen to this. But like, I don't know. You just need to love me. And I feel like that's like the bare minimum to like, for me to give my body to you. You need to love me. So I'm just like, that's where I'm at now.
I think that's overrated. I think I was watching this show.
But I want to just protect all of me.
You want to see this
and
is
I
the
be
crazy
married.
going into spirituality now.
Yeah.
This is how you know she's really crazy, because she's talking about vibrations and throwing a nigga's shoes away. I just feel like, my vibration was at a low vibration, so I threw all his shit out. That's some psycho
and
stuff.
Mercury was retrograded.
Right. You can't put those two together. I don't. Yeah. Would you if a dude asked you, would you strap him?
No, absolutely not.
Would it turn you off?
Yeah, very much so.
Just if he just came and was like,
I mean, I do. Okay, so have you heard my joke about where I'm messing with the guy and I knew like I had found out some stuff that he was like dating another girl, but it was our last weekend together. So I was like, I'm gonna have fun. So I got really intoxicated, and like we're getting busy or whatever, and I could tell that he was really into it. And I could tell that he was really into it because he kept sliding forward. And then I'm just like, on stage, it's a huge act out. It's like my favorite joke, but it's so real. And he's just sliding forward, and I'm just like, oh, man. And like, then I'm touching his balls. And like, for me, balls don't exist, right? So I'm just like, I know I was drunk because I had turned into Bozo the Clown. I was like, oh, look at the balls. He got balls. And I'm just like playing with the balls in my hand. Like I'm like Lawrence Fishburne on Boys in the Hood. Like that scene, I'm just playing with the balls. And so then he slides forward more, and I'm just like, oh, ain't no more balls left. It's like nothing there but skin. Like, I don't know what to do. And so then I like thought about it, and I was like, shit, I think like he wants me to stick my finger in his ass. And then I was like, then I thought about it, and I was like, I ain't never done that. But the reason I've never stuck my finger in a dude's ass is because I know me. I'm going to want to smell my finger. And like, because I smell everything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to stick my finger and be like,
I'm with you on that.
Like, it's just like a natural impulse, right? So I get closer, and then I start to stick my finger, and he snatches my finger out, and I'm like, "Whoo, boy, you crazy!"
Right.
Smell my finger. Oh shit! Right, and then he snatched my finger out, and I don't even know where the fuck he got this from, but this motherfucker pulled some fucking Vaseline from under the fucking pillow, shoved my finger in the thing of Vaseline, and shoved it up his fucking ass. And like, this was our last time having sex, right? And I just had
he thought that was gonna keep you.
I had
like, I'm
so
gonna get her with this.
many questions. So many questions. And you can't just like casually bring it up because you got to kind of pretend like you don't know what's going on. Like you were so drunk. We were so drunk. But like eventually I did have I was like, so like, yeah. So like, have you ever had a finger up there before? Like have you ever like
he
like,
knew to get
else?
the Vaseline.
Yeah. I was like, what else have you had up there? And then he told me some girl.
Did he do it like this? Like, did he lift his legs up and grab
he definitely moved his leg a little bit. I mean, he had to, like, open up to let me in.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, like, he told me that a girl, like, ate his ass. And then he told me that, like, she stuck her finger up there and he kind of liked it. And so then, me, I was like, so are you into pegging?
Right.
Like, he's like, what's that? And I'm just like, I'll just look it up.
He's probably fucking pegging now.
Right. There's levels to this shit. But, like, no, it was just... It was one thing I'd done that I would never do again. I was super awkward because it was just like, I'm not used to my finger being stuck in warm things. Like, what?
What did his butt smell like?
Girl, I don't know. I was like real drunk. I just felt like it smelled like Vaseline.
So he had a clean butt. Or at least it didn't smell like boy butt.
He had a clean... Girl, that night was a mess. Like, afterwards, I went into the bathroom and, like, projectile vomited on the wall. Like, it was like I was standing up straight and it was just like...
Did you come?
Project. No, I was drunk as shit. I don't even know what's happening. It was just like, this is going to be a great...
But you remember putting
this is going to be a great joke.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I definitely remember that. Because I had thought about it so long and hard. Like,
right.
Because I kept swirling around, playing with it. And I was just like...
What would I do in my vagina?
Almost building myself up to do it. Like, all right, Brandy, come on, get in there, coach. You got it. Just fucking stick your finger in. He wants it. Score!
Yeah.
And so, like, the joke is, like, how I turned into a dude afterwards. I walk into my homegirls, like, girl, smell my finger. You ain't never gonna believe what this nigga let me do. Smell my finger, girl.
That's funny.
That shit, wow, G, look at my finger. I got all up in there.
I don't think I ever heard that. That's hilarious.
I only done it a couple times because it gets real fucking disgusting. But when I tell you that joke hits home fucking runs, because people be like, yo, this bitch crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a certain thing of like sexuality, because we put so many labels and so many things on so many things. It's like you could be really missing out on something great. You know what I mean? But we're just like immediately like, oh, that
You
dude's
know what? And
gay,
let me
or
just clarify this. Me and him, I wasn't emotionally afflicted or attached to him. It was literally somebody that like we ran the same circle. We had a good time together. I didn't think above or beyond it past that. I didn't see him as like somebody I wanted to be with long term. But like I think that if it came down to like my husband, like I would do a lot of things with him. Like, cuz I mean cuz I would want him to do those things with me,
But this is
So,
forever, though. That's what I'm saying. This is forever. My thing is, if I stuck a finger in the dude's ass, I'm automatically going to think he's doing more outside. That's why I said I'm mental. So I'm already thinking, like, do you do this?
but see, that's not fair because if a girl that you stick her finger in her ass, you can't just be like, I bet you be getting a train run on your butthole.
No, but
Like
I
you
think
can't.
that too. I'd be like, how
See,
many dudes?
and it literally could have been her first time ever.
Eh, When a motherfucker grabs your hand
Okay, well that
and
is
puts it
yeah.
in, first of all, you had the Vaseline prepared.
It was there.
It was there. So this is pre-planned.
It was
This
there.
was y'all didn't drink, and then he was like,
He
"Ooh, let me just
planted it.
put that." That was there.
He was like, gonna tuck this here for
This
later.
chick did, yeah.
Gonna have some
Just in
fun.
case.
Right.
Grabbed your hand. Grabbed the first. I just love the image of him smacking your hand away. You like, oh my bad. Thank God you ain't
Yeah.
dead. He's like, no, put it in here.
You gotta do it right,
Right.
girl. Yeah.
I don't listen. I think the finger is better than the strap, but also I heard they have G spot in there.
Yeah.
So
I have heard that.
I get it.
So how unfair of it is us as a society to deprive men of their anal G spot because we think that it's
Absolutely.
one way or the other way. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I just yeah. I would think that he would be out there. I think if he's not doing it yet, that'll be a step to open up curiosity later.
I mean, but the thing about that is just like unfair to say though, because just because a girl likes head doesn't mean she wants like to be with a woman now.
No. That's so different, Brandy.
No.
You're making these weird comparisons. It's the weirdest comparison. I feel like if he was coming, like if he was about to come, like I'm about to come, and then you stuck your finger up his ass and he just came, that's something like different.
Oh, okay. I
But
think that's a
this,
thing.
right? But I'm saying like that's just a little different than preparation, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of you like more than what you are putting out there.
And maybe
Amen.
and maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So let's switch gears. Let's talk about I don't talk about comedy. I don't plan on talking about comedy on this show because I don't like comedy podcasts. But I do want to talk to you about yours, and I just want to talk about what we were talking about in the car a little bit because I love the idea of manifestation and like how things come to you when you're supposed to get them. So this is your half-hour special
Yep.
on Netflix,
Yep.
produced by Wanda Sykes
Yep.
and Tiffany Haddish
Paige Hurwitz.
and Paige Hurwitz. And I just want to like talk to you about a little bit like how did this like come out and how did the stars align for you to be able to get that? Because it was only 4 of you who got it, right?
Six.
Six women. Six women were selected.
And Monroe Flame.
And Monroe Flame.
Yeah.
So six
no,
people.
6, yeah, 5 were.
6 people
Yeah.
were selected. And I just want to talk a little bit about how like the stars align, like how did that come? Because, I mean, that's also like interesting. You getting beat up is very interesting, but I think you having a Netflix special is cool.
I have I've I come from a famous family, the Wayans, and for a while I've been touring with them and making money and being able to float in this comedy game without struggling so much.
Which I want to say is admirable that you say that because there's a lot of people who are placed in those situations and deny it.
Oh no, I mean deny what being
like the fact that you said you're able to float in this game and not struggle as much, and it's because like
Oh yeah,
you know you have in some ways somewhat an upper hand, but also it's up to you to prove that you can handle it.
right. My family has been very much like you got to work for
Mm-hmm.
certain things, right? And so when I say that, it's not like they're buying me a bunch of shit and I got a house from them
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. So the struggle really came from the mistakes I made in my life. Like when I first came out here and they gave me a job, I have the job, but then I could have took that further. But I was spending money because I'm like, I'm gonna have another job. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it was like stuff like that. But that was me not having money became about my own struggles and my mistakes that I made. But being with them for so long, I think I got to a place where I wanted to start making a name for myself because
Mm-hmm.
you could be with them, so you got like 2-for-1 Wayans and all this stuff, and it's like I want to headline my own shows. I want to present this, and I want the crowd to come see me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to maneuver certain jokes so that I could put this show on. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then I was like an assistant. I was freaking counting the room. So I'm getting in arguments with club bookers and all this stuff. So I just felt like a lot of
It's kind
things
of
were
like
putting me
when your
down.
family hires you. It's
Yeah,
like you could work here, but you also gotta like sweep the floors and wash the
yeah.
hair and
I'm like, yeah, I'm the prostitute and everything.
the
I'm like,
accountant.
bro,
You
why?
gotta do the books at the end of the
Right.
night,
I'm like, bro,
and your
like I'm
set
trying
better
to
be
work
good.
and your set better be good. Doing all this preparation and then even afterwards and then going to the after parties with them. It was freaking exhausting and it was a lot and eventually I got to a place where I felt like I wasn't growing.
Okay.
And so I decided to, amongst, arguments and stuff like that, I decided to step away from them and go do my own thing. When I did that, I was giving up my source of money.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we was talking about in the car, I was doing this spiritual journey and stuff like that, and I believe in numbers and the universe and putting stuff out there. And so I would see like 422 and 1111 or 111. Like I would wake up to that. I would see it on somebody's phone, and I got like so many pictures of my phone of just being like, how do
Mm-hmm.
you wake up or how do you do this and all those things. It's like I just always been okay. And so if I feel something like when I get a knot on my shoulder, I know I need to do something. I
Mm-hmm.
know I need to let something go, regardless what I'm sacrificing, because I know something else is coming. But if I don't let that go, I'm gonna forever be in that.
Cycle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to let it go. I was growing a knot. I let both of my uncles. I told them I'm gonna step away, and I remember my last uncle I stepped away from. I was up all night because it was literally like shit. I'm gonna have to be out there doing Postmates or I'll go get a 9 to 5. Like that's been my life. Even though I got this family and all this stuff, I've worked 9 to 5s. I've
Mm-hmm.
I've done the warehouse. I've done all that. So long story short, um, when I left, it was a Sunday night. I had to fly back to LA and do this LGBT show for a little bit of money. And I flew in. I was tired. I wanted to not do the show, but I went anyway. And the comedian that went up the headline came to me after the show and said, I, I got something for you that I think you'll be great for. Um, and I'll give you a call. And I'm thinking like it's Hollywood talk or whatever the case may be. She emailed me this play,
Mm-hmm.
um, Collective Rage, Five Betties in a Play. She sent me this play and I auditioned for this role. And when I sent in the tape, they called me like 3 hours later and I booked it. And
Mm-hmm.
this is like my first acting, like huge acting thing. More
Right.
so, it's live.
Mm-hmm.
So I
And that
went,
was in New York.
and that was in New York. So
Mm-hmm.
I flew out. It was with Dana Delaney,
Mm-hmm.
Leah Delaria, Anna Villafani, and Adina Verson, who are all amazing, all are doing things
Right.
or have done things. And this is all new to me.
Right.
So now I'm on stage and it became a different beast. I'm performing in front of, you know, and I say this lightly, like old white people, people that I don't think will come see me. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Like if I was doing a comedy show and stuff and I'm being this person and it's an uncomfortable but hilarious play and they're coming up to me after like I love you and I think you're amazing and then we opened the play up and I wind up freaking we're in New York Times and Playbill and like the
Right.
Variety,
And
like
this all came from a $35 show that you did not
$35
want to
that I
do.
did not want to
But
do.
because you had put yourself in that situation to struggle, you were not in a position to turn it down.
No.
See, had you still been touring with your uncles, you could have been like, I don't need them whack ass
Yeah.
$35.
Right.
Like for
right,
real. That's
right.
so real. I love just like when people could connect the dots and find the beauty in it.
And that was like that was the first thing to just say thank you. Thank you, universe. I'm happy I trusted you. I'm grateful for that. And then Tiffany Haddish hit me and was like, there's something popping. How would you feel about making this much money? And I'm like, what I gotta do? And she
What
like,
I gotta
you know what I'm
do.
saying? But
Get
she
the
just,
strap.
yeah, get the strap.
50
Get the
Cent.
strap, get the strap and the Vaseline. And so that's kind of like that was in motion. And Tiffany like told me before the new year, and I was like, okay, but I didn't want to be so excited that you don't know when it's coming. And then
Right.
January hit this year, and I got the call for the offer, and then then March we shot it.
Okay.
We shot it, and I, I don't know.
Now let me ask you: Did you where are we at? Did you have anywhere? I'm big in like writing things down, even if I only write it down once,
Yeah.
because it's nice to go back and it's just nice to look at like the true emotions or the true want or the true need that I felt at that particular moment. Even if I delete it later, it's just like I got to get it out of my head, and it's like beautiful. So did you write any of these things down like that? I want a Netflix special because so many people have written that down. Okay.
No, I
Or like,
think
what did you have a vision of like what you wanted, or do you feel like it was just kind of like you just went with the flow of everything?
I think I went with the flow because I didn't want to have expectations. I don't like to set like I get it, like people set goals, but I'm okay with wherever my journey leads me. So if I don't become famous or I don't, any of that, it's not. I don't want to sit here and be waiting for that and it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I want to work on goals like bettering myself and being the best version and putting out real love and real energy, because those are the things like I'm able to get 100,000 followers on Facebook because I'm true to who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's really been that journey. Everybody on there, if I relapse, I'll talk about it with them. Then you get so many people that's like, oh, I'm 2 days sober. I'm a year. I'm 15 years. So the connection is just like we live in this world and people, think you're supposed to dress nice and do this and do that to be there, and then nobody's appreciating the people that's giving you money. So I try to answer to as many people as I can. You know what I'm saying? I talk to people. I do all those things, and in my journey of trying to be sober and stuff like that, I find there's this whole world of just depression and people that just wants to be noticed, And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Do you want to so we got a couple minutes left, but since we're there, and I do like to talk about like crazy stuff but real stuff too, so your battle with sobriety, how do you feel like that's affected your comedy and just like your career?
I,
And do you have any advice for anybody who is struggling?
Yeah, so like, I got the call for Netflix that I was doing a thing. And this is the funny thing, because once I left my family, I kind of just stayed out of touch with them in a sense of just like, no, I'm going to go do this. I'm like still angry. And I was just tired of like, I don't want to blame people. I don't want to put this, it's me, and I'll get through it. And I was happy, but I got out of my relationship and I was in a bachelor pad. And, so I started going out again and stuff like that. And so February came, and I was like, it was like a little celebration. I'm in the house by myself. I got liquor in my cabinet, and I took that sip, and I was like, I'm tired. Like, I got sleepy the first drink. And so I went to bed, and I was like, oh, I'm cool. 2 days later, I drank some more, and then I just became like, it just became that ripple effect. So now I'm trying to, I think the fact that I didn't include my family into doing this, so I really kind of blocked off help or like just the support kind of thing, and then going out to like comedy clubs and stuff, like I did a show at the Laugh Factory, and big night, and I forgot my jokes, and then it's like nobody's reaching out to be like, you good or anything like that. So everything just started falling like kind of apart. And I built, like, it took me a year to get in the Laugh Factory, start getting the bells and all that stuff. So it was like disappointing to myself to do that. But I just kept trying to pick myself back up with drinking, but I was very alone and I was scared. My agent at the time wasn't booking me for shows, so like I'm not practicing my material, and I'm just like in this frantic thing of like, what the fuck am I doing, or what am I gonna do? Because I just felt unsupported, and so I drank until the day before my special. And it was so scary. It was so scary. I went on stage and I forgot my shit again, and it's fronting like the networks and all them. And then the next day, I just came. I didn't drink, but I came and strong, and I did my thing. But had I been sober, I didn't like the fact that my mind felt cloudy.
Right, right,
So
right.
you know what I mean? Like even if I messed up or something like that, I felt so much anxiety that I was like, yo, this can't be real. And I think that I experienced 4.5 years of being sober, and I experienced my life change, happiness come into my life. And so I know how real it is. And so for anybody who's contemplating on relapsing or anything like that, you have to push through. You just have to, because that it doesn't work for us. It just doesn't work for us. You pick up that drink, it might be cool for a week or two, and you won't be able to deal with issues the same way. And I was at a place of not worrying before I picked up that drink.
Okay.
So everything was just about whatever's gonna
And
happen.
I get
Tonight's
that too,
gonna
because I worry about a lot of things, just being in my natural nature. But when you're able to just like trust everything, worry is what I'm trying to say is worry is cloudiness. Because even sometimes when I'm not worried, or if I feel like I messed up and I worry about me messing up, guilt then becomes the cloudiness. And it's just so hard to think clearly about anything when your mind is just like racing with worry and guilt, or, any type of feelings like that.
Yeah. You have to, you just have to know that the day is gonna get better, and you're on this journey for a reason. And to be honest, like going to AA meetings and stuff like that, and hearing how people relapsed and didn't make it, and passed away, I'm so grateful that, like,
Cause you were on it. I remember you talking to me, and I hit you up like, oh, what are you doing? You said, oh, I gotta go to my meeting. Like,
Yeah. No, but I was even doing that drinking, you know what I'm saying? But so much stuff has happened in the, like, this is the universe with me. It's like I did something wrong, or I took myself off course, and then I get slapped immediately. But I'm not going, like, I that's how I feel like I have a purpose. So, I mean, I've been getting sick. I got chunky again. But I get inflamed. I can feel my organs going, nigga, stop. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like throwing up and just trying to make it to the next day. But it's just crazy. And so I wasn't being productive and all this stuff. And then, I don't know, I felt bad for the last time, and I was just like, I miss that presence. I miss being present, and I miss like really trying to be the best version of myself.
That's so
And I'm still
beautiful.
here.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've thrown up in my sleep before, and still like survived. You know what I mean? I should have been dead so many times.
Oh man.
And you gotta look at that, because a lot of people don't make it back.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that with me.
Nick, you're welcome. I didn't go to a meeting today. So.
Well, no, that felt really good and organic, and that's what I like about this podcast. I don't want to like force topics down people's throats, so I like that we got to start with some funny, wild, crazy shit that people do when they're young, and then it really goes into something else. Because on the last one, me and Barry Brewer got into social justice issues about like transgender bathrooms and like
Right.
and little and black kids and black men and like different situations, and this one went to that. And I'm really happy that you shared that with me, and also my growing fan base. Thank you so much. Okay, so plug your special and anything else you have coming up, because she also has a dope show at the Hollywood Improv once a month.
Thank you. Actually, the next show is August 19th at 7:30 p.m. But I have a Netflix special coming out August. I can't say the dates.
August is
Early,
good. That's a month.
Yeah, like middle August almost.
This is dropped. This will be coming out mid-August. This isn't premiering till mid-August, so
Okay.
it'll
We
be right
got
on.
we got to try to
It'll
get
be right
it
on
before
time.
the
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, early to mid
If we have
August.
to, we can make yours the first one. Whatever.
I love you. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. But yeah, it's dropping in August. I also did this Netflix show with RuPaul. I'm not sure when it's coming. Yes, bitch. I don't know when it's coming out, but I did that, and then amongst other things. But I got tour dates coming up, so just follow me. Follow me at Wayans. That's on everything. CWAYANS.
Okay. Follow her at Wayans. Thank you guys for listening to I'm Not Crazy. By Brandy Denise. Have a great day.